Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another RLIS final. This time, we are going to be casting the All-Star final between Large Grady's Giants and Ryan's Saints. And I am here for the cast with the lovely Enrong. How are you doing, Rob?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. You're here obviously to talk about the tier that you so brilliantly played in this season, and I'm sure you'll be able to give a few insights. I can't say anything, of course. I'm in the lower tier, but I'm just going to throw in as many digs today towards the Banshees team, who amazingly who just had a great season. But anyway, yeah, this isn't about us though. It's about Irish Giants and Saints. So yeah.
Yes, we're definitely looking at a good matchup here. Two teams who fought it out, obviously, during the season, and we're very much looking forward to a rematch. Last time these two teams played in the 3v3, Saints took that. In the 2v2, Giants took that. And then in the 1v1, Giants won. So history would say that the Giants do have a slight advantage here, but the 3v3 is what matters in this best of 9. And Saints have won that convincingly during the season. So, any predictions, Rob, at all for this series?
Yeah, like it's difficult, right? So you say that, and that you're right. Saints did win that series 3-1, but both teams did go 4-1 in threes over the season, so they dropped the series. I didn't actually check who Saints dropped their 3 series to, but they dropped the 3 series at some stage. I guess what's interesting there, kind of relevant information, is Cookie was the one that played Epics in the ones. If we get Freeze and Epics today, that'll be a real telling, of who's the best ones player in this tier, at least. So yeah, if I was to make a prediction right now, 5-4 Giants. This is going to be very tight. I think the Giants will have enough. They made it through the semis without Sosa. So yeah, we'll see. But Ryan's going for 5. He's going for 5.
Yeah, certainly. It's hard for me to call personally. It could really go, like you were saying, a 5-4 to Giants, or it could go 5-4 to Saints, or it could just be a sweep for either team. It's really hard to tell. I think I'm going to go with a slide out towards the Saints. You got Ryan, who's looking to win his 5th RLIS as a player and to get the 5th title for his Saints roster in 5 in a row. So very much looking forward to see if he can do it again, because everyone always sleeps on Ryan, and no matter what, he still somehow manages to do it. So we'll have to see if he can bring his A game today, as it's definitely probably one of the harder matches that he's had to face.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about Ryan. I mean, Ryan was the guy who reverse swept Epics, right? In that best of 9 a few years ago. That glorious best of 9 reverse sweep. Epics probably still has PTSD from that. So yeah, tricky one. Very tricky today, but I'm still going to go with the Giants 5-4.
Yeah, I mean, if history tells anything, Epics has lost the last 3 finals he has played, and he's definitely going to be looking to finally redeem himself here. And what a way to do it this would be, against a really strong team in Saints. It looks like we are getting ready to go into the game now. And we're getting underway here. Good kickoff from Epics, followed very closely behind there, but immediately Giants put on the pressure, and it's just in off the kickoff. Sosa, seemingly wide open net. Tednio just gets a great 50 there, and Sosa just a nice little touch off the side. It doesn't look like Freeze was expecting that at all, and Ryan just expecting Freeze to try and get something on it. Doesn't come close, and well, what a start for Giants. It only took 6 seconds and they're already ahead.
Yeah, the Saints are asleep there. Not a good start, but it's early days, and it's the first game of the series, so big series. Best of 9, we're going to have 5 games at least, so let's see how it plays out, but yeah.
Just in case you're new to the RLIS finals, this is going to be a lot different than any other type of final you've seen. We are first of all going to see a 3v3, one 3v3 game between these two teams, and then the loser will be able to pick either a 2v2 or a 1v1, and then that will be followed by another 3v3, and then the game between the twos are ones that wasn't played, and so on and so on. So it's going to be a very exciting stream here. And so far, Saints have been able to weather the storm just a little bit, but ball's just being banged back and forth here. We're hoping that one of the teams can maybe start to take a bit of control on the ball. Another clearance from Techno comes in, and Cookie just bangs the ball again. Freeze is up. Is he able to get a touch? No. Sosa with a perfect little touch there to just deny Freeze of any opportunity to redirect. Epic's going for the double, gets the touch. That's going to be quite awkward for Freeze, but he manages to make it back. Who's there on defense? That's a double commit from the Saints, and that might leave it wide open, but Freeze once again is back. That's his second save in a row, but it's not safe at all here for them. Ryan on the counter-attack, it's a great shot off, but it's off the post, and he's there again on the follow-up. That's an even game and very back and forth gameplay here. That would have been some shot if that made it into the top corner, but Sosa had barely any time to react and Ryan just slots in.
Yeah, that's poor there from Sosa. He really should be getting to that ball. Good transition though from Freeze. Really good pass out of defense. And yeah, he's looking good. Ryan looked a bit shaky for the first minute, but he's starting to show why he's a 4-time champ.
Yeah, experience telling. Freeze able to get a shot off, but it's off the top corner of the goal. Doesn't bounce inwards, unfortunately for him. And now Giants looking to counter-attack, but Cookie is there to cut him off. Has no boost followed up though, and Techno is able to just sit on the ball. Looking to play a 50 here, it looks like, but Freeze just there faster. Looking to put the pressure on. If there's anyone who's going to get the offense going for Saints in this series, it will be Freeze with his mechanics. And we're able to see him go up the wall here. Let's see what he can conjure up. Not much as Sosa is on the back wall, trying to get the double, and he gets a nice touch, but same again, it's just going to be another clear here for Saints. Cookie, a wild touch is just completely off, and it's just a free goal for Epics. Not much, I think it was Oshin, not much the Freeze can do on the goal line, as Cookie just gets clean beat, and Epics is just up so fast for that. No chance in hell for Freeze to get up at all, and that's 2-1 to Giants.
That was really poor there putting from Cookie. That's a terrible first touch like that. That is really bad. And yeah, he's going to be kicking himself because it's given the Giants a nice little... they've restored that lead now. And yeah, a lot of pressure already coming out from the Giants.
Yeah, this is an extremely shaky start for Saints. They got that one counter-attack, but other than that, it's been pretty much all the Saints. As Cookie, again, just pre-jumps and just misses the ball completely. Isn't quite able to get back for it as the other team members are flustering on the goal line. And Epics, again, that's 2 goals for him so far in this game with only 2.5 minutes gone. Saints are going to need to fix this very quickly, or this could look quite bad going forward for their other 3v3 games.
Yeah, so far Epics has been playing very well. He's been controlling the midfield very well for the Giants. Cookie and Ryan are both struggling. Freeze looks like he's kind of doing it all on his own at the moment, but still early in the series, yes. But yeah, watching the Saints, they're kind of struggling for boost, so they need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth, and the ball's just getting boomed. Lots of people chasing. We see Epics just gets a touch there, but it's just not ideal at all, and it leads to a bit of a counter-attack. But Freeze just doesn't have the boost to do much here. Needs a bit of support from his teammates maybe going forward, as Cookie's looking to provide that with a challenge in the corner. It's just going back and forth here with no success for the Saints. Sosa is just looking to slow it down a little bit for the Giants and get the attack started again. Epics straight at Cookie. That's going to be Sosa off the back wall to Techno, and Techno hoping that someone's in the middle to try and read this. He's faking, but Freeze is there for the clear. Once again, it seems like every time Saints are getting the ball in their half, it's just going straight back to the Giants. Just can't really get anything going here, just low boost and less than ideal touches, but this could be the start of something. Freeze on barely any boost, gets a shot and it just hits off the crossbar. Ryan is having to chase back here as Giants are on the counter-attack. They have lots of men forward. It's going to be Sosa who puts a shot off and it's wide. It's a free shot for Epics and he buries it. That's a hat-trick for Epics in game 1. Sosa's wayward shot has no one there to meet it off the post as 2 people commit on the line, and Epics just has a wide open shot, but still places it very well into the top left, and it's looking like a hard road back for the Giants now, or for the Saints now.
Yeah, they're not able for it at all. Ryan there, he was caught as third man. He didn't want to commit. I think maybe he should have committed, to be honest with you. They needed the goal, and they got caught in transition. Not very good play there at all. And yeah, Epics is completely controlling this game so far. We're looking at the Freeze Epics matchup, and I have to say Epics is looking like the person more worth the pick at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. Although Epics' teammates are doing a good job of just filling in those gaps around him, not making very many mistakes at all, I must say. And Saints are just constantly giving the ball away to Giants. It just seems like a never-ending cycle at the moment. Although Freeze, he has a chance there and he just passes the ball away, maybe trying to get a quick shot off and just isn't quite able to wrap around it. But we got 30 seconds left. They're going to need a goal here if they have any chance, but Epics on the goal line, able to make another save. Freeze just trying to get the ball in the center. Saints just not able to get anything at all. Sosa is on the counter-attack here. Ryan having to chase back. Freeze there to challenge. Although Giants, all they have to do is just wind down the clock here. 3 goals in 13 seconds is looking extremely unlikely. So I think it's very safe to say, a dominant game one for Giants, and we will have to see what the next match will be, but Saints are definitely going to need to have a chat about that match and see what they could do differently going forward.
Yeah, this game, it's not been good for the Saints at all. Cookie has been completely out of the game. He's been struggling a lot. Ryan's been quiet more so just because he just hasn't been going for the ball. And yeah, I have to say Epics and Sosa in particular were very, very good. Very impressive. And loser picks game 2. So Ryan has been here so many times putting. Yeah, he's won 4 All-Star titles. He's won 6 of the 8. Right, and he's won. I'm not sure if he has won or whether his team have won, but they've won 4 of the last 4 in a row, basically. All right, they've gone with ones. So, are we going to get the Epics and Freeze matchup? We're about to find out, but it's not looking good. I think my 5-4 is a bit optimistic. This could be going to like 5-1 or 5-2 already. Saints look really poor.
Yeah, but you know, it's always going to be slightly like this in game 1. You have people in Saints just playing like Rory, just flopping all over the place, just clearing the ball for free, and no, just very messy. And it looks like we are going to get Epics versus Freeze. This is a matchup everyone is one to see in the 1v1s. They managed to dodge each other, as you were saying earlier, in the middle of the season. We got Epics versus Cookie instead, but this is a battle against the 2 top players in the tier, and looking very excited seeing how this goes. But kickoff goes in Epics' favor, and oh my goodness, Freeze just maybe predicting Epics to make a quicker play on the ball, just tries to take a little touch or a 50 and just misses the ball and just a wide open for Epics. And not the start.
Not very nice. Huh?
I know Freeze in the name, but no ice there. We were thinking coming into the series that it would be Epics who would maybe struggle with the pressure, knowing that he's lost a few finals in a row, but the pressure doesn't really seem to be showing as Freeze just thinks that's in. And he just leaves it while Epics had fully overcommitted. But he's still not in the clear yet. Freeze, very capable player on the ball, but Epics early challenge just gets there straight away, and he might have a free shot here if he can get there quickly. Oh, and he just misses. Freeze has an open net to hit here, and he misses it. That's gonna roll up, and he's not able to get there. Epics is back on time, and he's just gonna challenge that. That is gonna be a wide open net for Epics, and that is 2-0. I can't believe what I've just seen. Freeze just panics and hits that ball off the wall, and Epics just recovering quickly and is able to get back there and make the challenge for another goal.
Yeah, so this is the perfect time to give a shout out to LTX Academy. If you need to learn how to shoot the ball, please don't look at Freeze or Epics. Please go to LTX Academy for coaching, because a lot of you out there need it. And thanks to Sam for sponsoring us, but Epics tried a fake kickoff there, didn't work out.
Yeah, I think he was maybe expecting a slow kickoff from Oshin, or maybe even a delayed kickoff, but no, Freeze just goes straight for that and gets a free goal essentially, and he's able to get the ball off the wall here. This is not where you want to see Freeze. Probably the biggest threat in the tier off the wall, but Epic's perfect challenge, and he gets the double as well. Is he able to follow it? Not really, as Freeze controlling that mid boost. Same again though, he's looking a bit awkward on that back wall, but Epic's forcing the time and space to take a touch. Epic's just trying to
That's so bad.
He's just trying to take that into the corner and just makes a wild mistouch, and seems like these two players are just gifting each other's goals at the moment.
Yeah, that's not great from Epics. He kind of fumbled that. He kind of got possession of the ball fairly cleanly, and then he just kind of gave it away. Not great. Both these guys, of course, look, Epic's 3-0 in ones, Freeze 4-0. I'm counting playoffs as well. So these two players have yet to lose a game, and this is going to be the one that decides who's coming out of here undefeated this season.
Yeah, and you know, both of their egos would be very happy with a loss here, especially Epics. He's been talking a bit before, saying that Freeze is easy 1v1 for him, as he's beat him many times, but this is one game in a series, and anything can happen when it's just one game. So Freeze will be looking to try and get the better of Epics here and get his team back into the series, but still, it's looking very sloppy. He's on 0 boost here. He's just going to have to get a touch, but this means Epics has a free play on 100 boost with Freeze in goal and 0. That's a really smart play from Epics. Just thinks the ball, he knows Freeze has to double jump. He knows he has to commit to that, and he just bumps him out of the way for a very nice goal and regains his lead with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, nice little play there. Freeze, he made the big no-no I say in championship pudding. Yeah, when you're driving back, you gotta get some pads, and Freeze drove around every pad in existence until he got one. One wasn't enough, unfortunately, and yeah, Epic's a nice little play in the end.
Yeah, exactly. And I know from playing with Freeze, plenty he loves his boost, and when he didn't have any there, he struggled. And looks like it again here. Epic's just stole his boost, and he's gonna maybe fake here. He does. Freeze still same again, just on 0 boost. Epic's just has to play patiently here, and he does. But that is a good 50 from Freeze, and he is able to control the ball. But Epic spawns on the right side. Freeze just maybe taking a little bit too much time there to get a shot off, and Epic's able to recover with help of the spawn. But still, both players are looking very unsteady on the ball. I think anything can still happen here, even if Freeze is having these little sort of blips in his gameplay. There's only 1 goal in it. I think Epix isn't very happy with a 1-goal lead. He'll definitely be one to chase another, but Freeze, again, up in the air. He's definitely going to go for a reset here. You guess it. Fakes underneath Epix. He gets a perfect 50 into the bottom corner. That's the sort of threat that he offers in the air. You have to respect the flip reset, and when you do, he just goes under you and gets the 50.
Don't think he got it, Pudding. I don't think he got it. I don't think that was deliberate, to be honest. I don't know. He's definitely looked more nervous than Epix. I will say this, Epix has looked a bit more calm and collected so far. Freeze has looked like he's had a lot of pressure. I think Freeze knows he needs to win these because his team, they need him to get the points whenever he's out in the field, because otherwise they're in a bit of trouble today.
Yeah, certainly, and there we go. He's just taking the lead 4-3 with a nice play off of the kickoff. He's just able to get perfect 50 in a recovery off the ball there. But like you were saying, up to this point, he has been quite shaky. He was on stream yesterday, actually, in the Collegiate, playing against Setu and TUD, and he looked rather good on stream. So could it be the pressure of RLIS getting to him? Who knows? But we'll have to see if he can make the recovery here. That's a poor hat flip from Epix, and Freeze is just going to wait patiently for him. Might be able to get that boost, but no, just a slight error in the touch there leads Epix to get a little counter attack here. Goes for a bit of a flick. That's a nice save by Freeze. Affords him a little bit of space to grab some more pads. Same again, ball just comes back to Epix, and he's just trying to flick him, but not quite able to get it here. We're not really seeing much from Epix in this last minute. He's not been dealing very well with the pressure of Freeze. And that's a clean beat. Freeze just not recognizing at all that Epix is able to beat him there. This could be a free shot, and he does. Just takes his time and drills it in. I was very concerned for a second there. I was thinking Freeze might be able to get back there, but it was enough. Just strokes it into the net, not wanting to risk any flips or any missed hits. Just takes his time and makes sure it goes in.
Yeah, I guess. Look, a minute left. This is crunch time now for these guys. Their team seasons. Epix can put his team 2-0 up, and no matter what, they're going to game 7 then, you know, but Freeze needs to win this. He has to win this for his team. They're not looking good. They looked really completely outclassed in the threes earlier. Cookie and Ryan were looking a bit cold, to be honest. Oh no! Yeah, he's got it. No,
goodness,
no, it's not in.
Freeze is there. Oh wow. My goodness, Epix hits the bar twice in a row. I mean, I can't say they were easy shots, but for a player of his caliber, I would have expected to see at least one of them go in, and now he's getting counter-attacked. No boost for either of them. Getting this boost could be important. Somehow, Epix manages to get it. This is going to be a quick counter-attack. All he has to do is put it on target, but he doesn't manage to put it on target. It's just off the wall again, but Freeze just can't get the boost. Trying to get a little touch over Epix, trying to catch him off guard. He's going to fake that. Maybe take it up the wall here. This is getting very tense with only 15 seconds left. Neither player here wants to make a mistake, but that's a terrible shot from Freeze. Just must think Epix was challenging there and just gets a poor 50, but Freeze is able to turn around and put it on target. He is! It's 5-4 to Freeze with 4 seconds left. That's a horrible mistake from Epix. Just doesn't expect the challenge from Freeze. Also, it's a perfect challenge. It was Epix probably near side of the ball and doesn't see Freeze coming in. And a risky challenge, but it pays off. Only 4 seconds left here. Epix is going to need a big take off. He does get one. Probably going to be looking at the wall, but doesn't get the ball. Freeze takes the claim as found one player here to win over Epix and gets his team right back in this series.
Crucial. Ryan, I'm delighted that pick one as well. I think Epix is giving him to himself. When you think about how shaky Freeze played in that game route, especially at the start, I have to say this, alright? like he had 2 or 3 chances to score. I know Freeze missed one as well, but Epic's had a couple of chances and he missed them. Yeah, he's gonna be kicking himself. I think Freeze has proven now that he definitely is the best ones player in the tier because yeah, Epic's he bottled that one, to be honest with you. So yeah, they need the threes now again, but I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I mean that's not what you want if you're on the Giants, but here it's only one series, only one series. They'll be looking to bounce back after a dominant threes performance in the first match of the series. But yeah, I mean, good performance by Freeze. Even though with the shaky start, he was able to calm down a little bit. I think the pressure might have gotten to Epix a little bit, if I'm being honest. Just while he was ahead, maybe getting a little bit complacent, not respecting Freeze, and a couple of 50s go his way, and he sorry, a couple of 50s don't go his way, and he's lost the game. So we're one apiece here. Only 2 games into a potential 9, so we've got a long stream ahead of us, especially with the Ascending Star final coming up straight after this as well. But look, oh, I'm in the game for some reason. My bad. I don't think I've ever done that before, but just I'm in autopilot here.
That happens. That
Um,
happens. Yeah.
just devastated I couldn't make playoffs, so I had to try and get involved. But here we go. We're into game 3 here, the second 3v3 match of the series. A bit of a better kickoff this time from Saints to start off with. They'll definitely be looking to, I think, just calm it down a little bit, try and take more control of the ball. I'm sure Ryan has set his bits to the team. He's been here plenty of times, like you've been saying, and probably knows how to get his team back into the rhythm of things. But Epic's just looking to get a pinch in the middle. It's a bit of a scrappy start so far, but Cookie, you know, he has the mechanics, but he doesn't have the boost to pull them off here. He's able to get a 50 into the middle, but Sosa just able to get a nice clear on the ball, give his teammates some time to gather some boost, but Ryan up to try and get a shot off. Epix is there to meet it. A lot of boom ball going on. It seems to be a common theme so far of this 3v3 series. Maybe a common theme just in All-Star. But we'll have to see if that changes. I think the boom ball is just going to favor who is not going to make a mistake first.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm watching Dog Star here or All Star, to be honest with you. They're banging the ball around like 2017 Rocket League all over again. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. Better from the Saints so far, it has to be said, right? They haven't conceded yet, and they have looked like they've had a bit more boost possession. So boost is kind of the thing that killed them, especially with Freeze and Cookie. So still early days.
Yeah. Yeah, Freeze and Cookie are definitely the players you want to see getting some boosts. Freeze isn't able to get around to that. That's poor defense from the Saints. Cookie just gets completely beat out. And just, I guess, a bit of a lack in communication. Ryan just not sure whether he's going or Freeze is going, and before they know it, it's just in the back of their net. And a better start no longer, as they're back in the same position they were in game 1 with just a little bit of time left. That's a great redirect from Sosa.
Yeah.
Just a soft touch off the wall, and he's able to just get that little dink over Freeze, who's already up for the first bounce off the wall, and that's going to be 2-0. To the Giants. Much better start, I think, to this game. They haven't really had any sort of threat on their goal line yet. It's been all them so far, and could we be seeing this as a common theme throughout the series?
I think so, yeah. And like, to be honest with you, Sosa has been amazing so far. And once again, him and Technio have been like actually linking up. Sosa made an unbelievable pass for the first goal, right? That last goal, it was all Sosa again, and Technio with a good bump there. And I mean, like, Epix with a bump. Like, to be honest with you, they look like such a better threes team. I'm kind of surprised that the Saints beat them in league play because it doesn't look close at the moment. Looks like we're watching a Shooting Star team versus an All-Star team, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in that first series between the two, but definitely not the same case here at all, as Freeze goes for the flip reset, just isn't quite able to get it here. But Giants, every time they go forward, they're looking like they're going to score. Just panic stations for Saints as that ball goes towards their net, but Epix gets a nice beat on the ball here. It's a perfect 50 middle, but Ryan, good rotation, is there to meet it. Is anyone there to get a touch on this? It's Freeze. Not enough boost to even try and put that on the back wall or put a shot on target. Ryan, just a poor touch is just going to lead to another hit into their half. Just can't seem to get out at the moment. They take a touch and it's just instant counterattack. Technio is there super fast. 4-0 to Giants, not even half the game gone. And yeah, I mean, Ryan just sitting still on the goal line, doesn't know what's going on. Getting some of the old man symptoms like I'm sure you get sometimes playing Rocket League, Rob, but
Not as bad as that now, to be honest with you. I will say, this has been really bad. Yeah, I have to say it looks like men against boys in the 3 so far. The first game showed it, and this game is showing it again. They did well for the first minute, and again, like that's just so bad. It's almost embarrassing at this stage. Like these guys are going to be very tilted. They have to be careful. You know, like otherwise they're going to be so tilted that they won't be able to win another game.
Yeah, it's just not going their way at all. Just poor rotations, poor touches on the ball. I think they've probably just given up on this game now, but we have 5 3v3 games to come here, so even if they do manage to win all of the 1s games and all of the 2s, they're going to have to win the 3s, and it's just not looking like it's going to happen at all at the moment, so we're going to need to see a drastic change going forward. I don't know whether Ryan was giving them a talk to try and win the next 3s game or to try and lose the next 3s game by more, but it looks like the latter as of right now. We're going to have to see at least a few goals, I think, here, even if it's consolidation, just for a bit of momentum, but it's just all Giants. We've had not actually that many shots from Giants. They've had 5 shots and 5 goals, but just being clinical whenever they're getting the ball and just putting it on target, and Saints defense is flopping all over the place. They're just not able to get there. That's a good pass, but Freeze just on 0 boost again. It's just constant common theme here, 0 boost everywhere. This Giants are doing a masterful job of controlling the boost right now, and that's looking really awkward for Cookie. He goes up the post and just ends up coming off it awkwardly. Freeze has to make a dive and save, but this is just really lackluster from Saints. Not able to get any form of good touch on the ball or any clear or passing play going. This is all Giants, and I'd be very worried if I were Ryan right now, especially given the 4 finals in a row that his team has won in All-Star. This is looking bleak.
Yeah, honest to God, like from what I've seen so far, like Cookie looks completely lost. Hate to pick on someone now, but genuinely he looks completely lost. He looks like he doesn't know where he's meant to be. He looks like someone who's played a lot of 2s and not a lot of 3s. He's really struggling. Ryan also is not playing well, but Ryan's kind of a player who's under the radar, so I don't know exactly how to rate him. But yeah, Freeze looks like he's kind of playing on his own, and I feel sorry for him a little bit because he's not making many mistakes from what I can see. It's his teammates are putting him in really terrible positions. You know?
Yeah, you're not wrong, although I've definitely seen better performances out of him, especially in 3v3. I was watching that series last night, Trinity against TUD, and he was putting on a very good performance where they managed to sweep TUD, and they took a close series to Setu as well. I mean, he's a good player, but just can't get anything going, even if teammates maybe aren't having the best of performances here, but it is looking like it is going to be a clean sweep in this game, 5-0. Nothing going for Saints at all, and the ball does go down. So, yeah, I mean, completely dominant performance by Giants. I think Epics and the gang will be super happy with how that went, and especially knowing that 2v2s is coming up. It's just looking very bleak. The Saints are just gonna have to try and keep their head here.
I mean, I wonder what Ryan has done with his picks, because again, Ryan, he's known as a mastermind. He's got a big brain. He knows what he does with these things. He always puts up players that he thinks can win, even if others don't think so. They have to do 2s now because game 2 was the 1s, and for me, they need to win again. Like, this is why I think it was good. I mean, I'm not sure if this is actually why I thought it was going to go 5-4 in the end pudding. I thought it was going to go 5-4 because I thought like the Saints would win the 1s, but the 2s would be Giants, and the Giants would just win more of the 3s. But yeah, geez, they're absolutely slapping them around the place. It's not good. Anyway, we got Ryan Freeze versus Epics and Sosa, so this should be a Giants game. But take us away.
Yeah, Freeze and Ryan have played one series together this season where they lost to Johnny and Panda of the High Kings 2-1 in week 1. So if history once again sides it, which it hasn't seemed to so far, then it's looking like a good opportunity here for Giants to extend the lead. But just straight off the kickoff, Freeze is able to get a nice little touch. Just goes over Epics, catches him completely off guard, and you could call that poor, but it's also just a good shot, but a good start to the game for Saints. And yeah, I mean, Epics and Sosa, they've played together a good few times this season. They've actually played 4 series together. Although you'd think maybe just looking at it on paper that they would be a very good team and hard to beat, but they've won 2 and lost 2 this season. I think losing to Johnny and Kismet 2-0, which was very surprising.
They lost to Nova and Cans.
And they lost to Nova and Cans. 2-1. So definitely a
Oh,
twos
Ryan.
duo who have their ups and downs. But
9.
it's looking like downs at the moment with the way they're playing. Lucky to get away with that one there, but Freeze leads that for
yes.
Ryan. Oh, I thought that was going to hit the post and come out, but Ryan just perfectly, masterfully places that in the bottom corner. Just practicing his shooting after that 3 series, but no, a very good start to the game for twos here for the Saints.
Yeah, look, I have to say this like about Cookie and Ryan. I don't know about Freeze. You know Freeze better than me, but I think they're all more comfortable in twos anyway. So it should suit them a lot. Like Ryan already looks like an SSL player in the twos, whereas he looks like a champ 2 in the threes. So you know already he's been on top in this game. He's been playing very well, and the kickoffs are going well for them. So yeah, this is probably a bit of a surprise though. I know it's a minute in, but 3 goals down already. It's a lot. Like.
Yeah, I mean in twos, I guess it's always a lot more open to comebacks than 3v3 maybe, but yeah, I mean Saints just doing a good job of just taking their opportunities so far. It's been very sloppy from the Saints, which is surprising considering how solid they were in the threes, but that's going to be another one heading towards the net, but Epix is there. Going to need to see something out of the RLCS 2024 Challenger here for a comeback in this game. With that blue title, you'd expect some good gameplay here as he does make a good save, just about able to squeeze it out there. And Freeze is left all on his own in a 1v2, but Sosa, that's just such a poor flick. You've seen that a couple times so far in this game, just miscontrolling the ball. Sosa, a RLIS All-Star champion actually, on Ryan's team, and is now facing against him in this series for another title, but he's going to need to have a better performance in this twos if he's looking to take it against Ryan, but so far we've not seen much at all from the Giants.
Yeah, I actually like the gameplay a lot here from Saints. Freeze has already adjusted like brilliantly, like so he's letting Ryan do a lot of the donkey work, a lot of the challenging early and stuff like that, and it's working quite well because Freeze just positions around him. And what a shot though! Oh no, team bump. That's a goal surely. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate team bump. What a shot from Epix. Even if that didn't go in, that was almost absolutely perfect top corner.
He didn't score.
Yeah, true. It didn't go top corner. What is he doing? That is absolutely atrocious. But yeah, Freeze just maybe expecting the ball to go in, turns and just bumps Ryan. It's just wide open for Sosa. And could that be the start of a comeback? We'll have to see, but still 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Freeze goes for the double reset. Isn't able to get around and leaving Ryan in quite an awkward position here. But Ryan knows that Freeze is going to be there in the middle, but that's a really good challenge from Epix, just isn't able to get it on target. And Saints are definitely coming under a bit more pressure here than they're used to so far in this game. But they'll just have to gather some boost and regroup as Giants are just looking to clear their line here. So that's a good 50. You'd like to hope that Saints wouldn't get too complacent with a 3-0 lead, but we did see a bit of complacency from Epix in the ones, so hopefully he's learned his lesson, but that's going to be another shot on target, but Ryan's going to be able to make it back for that one. Oh, Jesus. Makes that look a lot harder than it was. But oh my goodness, the mechanics are coming out here from Ryan. Didn't know he had this in him. Gets the free flip. He's bumping Epix, but Freeze just isn't willing to dive there. I think he's just wanted to play it safe while Ryan's putting on the aggression, which I do think is their key to success here. I think Freeze overcommits and leaves Ryan in a bit of an awkward position, then it's going to be looking quite scary, but Giants are going to mount a counter-attack. Epix isn't quite able to get a touch on the ball. Almost able to 50 it into the net, and he's just looking to get some time for Sosa to turn on this. That's a really nice pop from Sosa. He's going to definitely go for a flip reset here. Freeze is there, though. This looks like every time Sosa's going forward with some form of mechanical play, he's just missing that final ingredient, that final touch on the ball, that final flick. He's taken the open nets, but he's not been able so far to get the touches that he wants. For Epix goes for that redirect. Looks like Epix is the one who's trying to put on that pressure on attack with the shots. He's had some good opportunities and some nice attempts, but Saints are just ticking the time off the clock. We've only got a minute left in this game. But like I said, even with this game going in the way of Saints, we still got another game of 3v3 coming up. And you'd like to think with a 4-1 lead that it'll be very difficult for the Giants to come back from this, but we'll just have to see if they can carry this momentum into the threes. I mean, they'll fine and dandy doing this well in the twos, but we need to see something better in the threes in the next game.
Well, look, you can't win RLIS without winning at least one threes game because it's a best of 9 and 5 of the games are threes. So you need to win one of them because otherwise you can't be champion. And at the moment, it looks like Saints can't win a threes game, but it looks like the Giants can't win anything other than threes. So yeah, we'll see. That was a huge that was a really bad play by Epix there. He basically went up for an air dribbled the ball about a meter, and then gave it to Sosa, who was under pressure. And I think you said it as well. Freeze is sitting back. Freeze looks a lot more comfortable on defense than Ryan does, and it's working for them because Ryan is able to kind of challenge the ball quite heavy. You know, he's able to really go for it. And yeah, this is pretty much game over now. There's been very little flair or creativity from the Irish Giants, and yeah, Grady won't be too happy with the boys. But look, as long as they keep winning the threes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we saw, like I said, Freeze and Ryan played a series earlier in the season. They didn't do too well, but it looks like they've managed to figure it out here, and they're taking a dominant win against what's arguably the strongest roster the Giants can put out in the twos. And if Saints can get it together in the threes here, I mean, anything's possible, I think, in these twos and ones. Now that Giants have played their strongest twos roster, in my opinion, they're going to have to face Freeze and Cookie in the next twos match, and it could be one of Epix or Sosa with Techno. So yeah, I mean, just I'm really hoping that for an exciting series that we can see a threes win out of Saints here. I think that would definitely shake it up a little bit. But if we keep seeing things go the way they're going, we could be looking at a 5-4 for Giants. I mean, it could just be five threes wins for Giants and Saints take everything else. But yeah, we're just waiting to get into the next game here. But no, I mean, very solid from Saints. They'll definitely, I think, have a little bit of momentum going into the threes. Freeze, maybe he's realizing even in the twos that he can step back a little bit more in the threes potentially and let Ryan and Cookie do the going forward. But I know personally that's not the way he likes to play. He likes to be the one pushing forward. He likes to be the one going for double touches, flip resets, sidewall reads. So we'll have to see if he can contain himself a little.
Yeah, I think I want to go back there to what you said there about 30 seconds ago about that not being the Saints' best twos team. I'm not so sure about that because Cookie looks so bad today, honestly. He's looked really shaky. In other tournaments, Cookie's been known to have a lot of nerves. He generally does not play well under pressure. So we'll find out because every game that hasn't had a Cookie so far for the Saints, they've won. So it's time to see.
Yeah, that is very true. Although, difficult to tell. I mean, we haven't really seen the games that these teams have played in the twos, so we don't really know. Well, actually, I've played against Freeze and Cookie, and they do put on a lot of pressure. Although, I think it can be said that they do like to dive the ball, overcommit a little bit, trying to go for mechie plays with each other, leaving the other on 1v2 defense. But Freeze plays like he did in the last series, I would definitely back them to take the next twos, but we're not in the twos anymore, we're in the threes, and so far, back and forth, fair, with Freeze, he's trying to go for, I think, a redirect there with just backflips. And not much of anything from both teams so far, just bit of pointless hitting in the air, but Techno has enough for a touch, but doesn't have enough for a follow-up. This ball's just floating around with no one really on it at all times. Epix goes under Ryan. What is going on the goal line?
Oh my god.
My mic is probably peaking, sorry, but what have I just witnessed? Epix goes for the reset, face Ryan, and what is Cookie doing? Just comes off the post, I think he's expecting Freeze to go for the ball, but Freeze on 0. Must have just been some form of miscommunication, one expecting the other to go, and
just going to say this, we're going to shout out LTX Academy again. If you want to learn how to do back post rotation, don't watch what you just saw there. Please get on to LTX Academy to learn how to play threes properly. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, definitely. We're seeing some Protostar threes rotation on that play, but or maybe even worse, like you're saying, Dogstar, but
yeah, we'll explain that one later. But yeah, like so far, I've seen no change at all. I know it's only a goal, but like I've seen no change. I want to say this: the Giants have had all the pressure. Saints, one of them always is on low boost consistently, and Cookie's always turning, and he's been turned again there. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, every time Saints are getting the ball, they're just having wasteful touches. I mean, that's a perfect pass from Techno. I don't think you can really get better than that. He just notices that the goal line is I don't know who was on the goal line there. I think it might have been
He's
Cookie.
an unsung hero this season, I have to say. Even looking at his results, Pudding, he's been very good. Like, he was undefeated in league play in both 2s and 1s, right? And he was 3-1 in the 3s. Like, you have to like think about the third round picks for both these teams, because we've seen the second rounders play in the 2s, right? I hate to keep harping on about this, right? But like, he has definitely shown his worth so far in the 3s. You know, he's been very solid, I have to say.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Techno has played one season in RLIS. He played, I believe, for the Giants before, actually. So this is his second appearance for the Giants, although that time around he wasn't able to make playoffs. And I think coming into this season, he was a bit of an unknown, and no one really expected much of him. But he certainly showed up here. And Giants that's a perfect pass, and Sosa with a nice redirect. Just no one home. It's just looking like the same again for the Giants. They're just steamrolling Saints here. And again, just no goals. It's just looking like there's no answer to any of this offense at all.
That was dreadful though from Freeze. Like, Sosa's in the midfield. Freeze is tracking him, and he just lets him. He doesn't challenge him. Like, he has to trust that Cookie's going to be back to make a certain kind of save. He can't save everything, like, you know. And he just lets him get the midfield pass away, and he doesn't even challenge. He kind of just sits there on low boost. It's not good. Like, Freeze is not playing well in the 3s. Like, has to be said, it's not all Cookie. Ryan and Freeze are definitely as culpable as anything. So.
Oh yeah, no, certainly. We expect definitely a lot more for a player of his caliber and the respect that he has, but really not seeing any of it in the 3s at least. But it's just looking like more of the same here. I mean, Cookie just bangs the ball away again. That's going to be free for Sosa. He's able to beat one. Bit of disruption at least, but again, Ryan, 20 boosts, not able to do much, just giving a free ball to Giants. And I don't know, it's just looking like after 3 games, we're not seeing much improvement, that it's just not going to get any better, I think, in the following games. But geez, that was super close from Freeze with the sidewall read. I was telling you, he likes to go for those, and he almost pulls it off there. But that's the one chance they've had here, and Cookie just takes that off Freeze. Should have called him off it.
Yeah.
They had a free shot, but that's a better shot from Freeze. There we go. Wow, Saints score a goal after, I'd say, what is that, maybe 10 minutes of gameplay.
Probably longer.
Yeah, losing the last game 5-0, and then I don't know when they scored the last goal in the first game of 3s, but maybe that could be the turnaround. I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but we're gonna need to see a lot more in general. But we have Cookie going up the wall. He's also got the max, and that's a great demo. But that's a perfect save from Techno.
He's class.
That is an unbelievable save. He barely has any time to get back, and he has the threat of the bump as well, and he just manages to perfectly steer it out. But the pressure's not gone here. Freeze is turning for his shot. He just places it nowhere near the net. That is abysmal. What is he doing? And that attack could have been the one where they could have got back into this game, but now Giants definitely will want to give them that opportunity again, and they're making sure of it. That is purr from Ryan, purr from the Saints. And Giants, once again, just looking like this is their game, and they're going to go 3-2 up here, I believe.
Yep, they will indeed. They'll go 3-2 up. And I think someone in the cans in the chat said Giants will win this on 3s alone. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, Saints could win every other game mode, but 3s is what wins you titles in RLIS, at least in playoffs. And yeah, 5-1, same old story. 5 goals each game, and yeah, it's kind of. You know, it's tough to watch. You know, like, it's actually hard to watch because they give you a little bit of like hope, and it's the hope that kills you. You know?
Yeah, like I was saying in the last series, like a 3s win here, and we could have had a very interesting series on our hand. But now, in my opinion, I mean, I think Giants could just win this off 3s alone. But if they manage to win one of the 2s or the 1s, it's looking really, really bleak. Actually, well, yeah, it would be 4-2 at that point, and all they'd have to do then is win one of the last 2 3s, which I think pretty much anyone would back them to at this point. But I don't know, there's just no life in this attack at all. We had a couple glimpses of good plays there from Saints with the initial goal from Freeze, and then the demo play and air dribble shot from Cookie. But yeah, I mean, Giants just completely dominant. I mean, not much else you can really say. It's been a perfect performance from them. Can't really fault any of the players in any way. They've been playing definitely, I think, the best that they've been playing all season, the 3s.
2s. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough, and I still want to say this. I hope my prediction comes true, and we do go to a game 9, just for the fact that like my prediction was right. But I didn't expect it to go quite like this. I thought they'd be trading, 3s and 2s, 1s, So yeah, look, they can take the time between each game now to kind of think about what they've done wrong. I mean, every time they've had to do it, they've done well. But the problem is Giants have replied. Look, the reality is Epix has been playing well all the way throughout it. But Technio, he's very saucy third pick, isn't he? Like, I have to say it, like, he's really surprised me. I kind of watched him in the second threes game, and I was like, this guy, he kind of understands how to play threes. And that's a lot more that can be said for most people in All-Star. And yeah, they look like a team, and I've been very impressed by them.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, like I was saying before, I mean, I don't think many people saw what Technio could really bring to the team. I'm sure not even Epics or so really had much of an idea, but obviously he's filled in really well, and he's going into the 2s here with Epics, and they'll definitely be looking to just make a statement and get this series over with faster than 9 games. But I do think, though, Epics definitely needs to have a better performance in this 2s, regardless of whether it's with a different teammate or not. I mean, he's been almost, if not 2K in 2s, so definitely would expect to see a much better, more solid performance from him. But Ryan and Freeze didn't really allow him to in the last game, and we'll have to see if that changes here. But Freeze is going to have maybe an open shot, and he just misplaces it. Freeze's shooting this series has been really off. Not quite able to get the shots that he wants off on goal. I mean, that one, while Epix was in goal, is one that he'll be kicking himself over not even putting on target. But Giants will have to see what they're offering going forward. Like we were saying, Technio does look very good going forward with the passes, and he's had some nice shots as well.
Good 50.
Just had to see if that holds up in the 2s. That is a good 50, and Freeze again just can't put it on target. We're going to have to see some better shooting out of Saints here, and he's just overcommitted. I think he's just losing the plot a little bit. That's just wide open for Epix. And they're going to take the first goal of this 2s. I'm sure they'll be more than happy with this start compared to the last time where I believe they were down 2-0 or 3-0 after the first minute. So yeah, I mean, just not good at all from Freeze, and we'll have to see a
He was
little
sent
bit
to
of
the shops, wasn't he? I mean, like, I know he's your friend, but you have to call it as you see it. He was sent to the shops by, and he's been sent again. Yeah, he's not having a good day. This isn't the Freeze that I'm normally used to seeing. I mean, I did say it at Corkland when we played against him, he was kind of weak. And he's showing a lack of bottle again. So he's going to have to pick it up.
Yeah, just I think an ironic lack of ice. But yeah, I mean, I definitely expected a bit better. But I mean, all credit to the Giants. They're putting it onto the Saints here, and they're not making it easy for them, regardless of the mistakes or if there's not ideal plays. But Epic's just getting complacent on the goal line. Just
where are the hands?
Allows Freeze just to walk in front of him there, maybe getting a bit of a post-traumatic flashback from the 1-0 whenever Freeze pushed towards the ball. But still 2-1. I think we still need to see a little bit more out of Saints, a little bit more composure. I think that's really what they're lacking at the moment. That's a bit of a better shot, but still, again, not enough. But Cookie, very quick up for that. And we have an even game here. I mean, it wasn't looking so good at the start, but Giants flopping around a little bit there, and Cookie's up really fast for that, and Techno on the line with very little boost just isn't able to get there at all. And
yeah, to be fair, like, the one thing Freeze and Ryan did really well was control the kickoffs, and Freeze and Cookie are starting to do it now, and look at that.
Yeah, that's more of what you'd be wanting to see if you're Ryan sitting watching this on the bench. But yeah, they just go for the typical Spanish, perfectly executed. Cookie, wide open net. And they brought it back from 2-0 down. I mean, they'll be riding a bit of momentum here, but I mean, it's been 2-0 to 3-2, so we could just see Giants coming back with a flurry of goals. So I think the next goal is going to be actually quite important here. I think if we start to see 4 out of Saints before we get another reply from Giants, then it's going to be looking quite tricky. But yeah, I mean, a little bit sloppy from both sides, but maybe starting to calm it down a little bit. As I say that, Cookie just wildly backflips, and Freeze makes an excellent save. Oh my goodness, Techno just can't put it on target. that is just pure panic. I think he maybe thought a save was coming out a bit quicker, but that is just a really, really poor attempt. That's definitely one I think needed to be taken given the situation in the game of 3-2. An equalizer there definitely could have set them back on a winning path there.
Good flick.
Did he make up for it here with his flick? Almost. But Freeze able
Oh.
to take control and he has the boost. Techno chasing him. Isn't able to get there, but does put enough pressure on to buy Epic a bit of time. That's really poor from Cookie. Just gives Techno a free touch, which isn't a great one in fairness. And Techno is starting to get a little bit sloppy here on the defense, I must say. He's not had some great touches here, and Saints are just trying to keep the pressure on.
I like that touch because Epix was able to turn a net. He knew no one was coming, so I didn't mind that touch. But I do agree, he should have scored that goal earlier. That was outrageously bad miss. He might be throwing away his MVP if he keeps doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the mistakes, though, they're certainly still in this game. I mean, he's got a free shot here. If he can just bang it, that's a really weak shot. Not sure what he was expecting there. Both players are sitting AFK on the goal line. Epix is just able to get back just on time, but this is really sloppy gameplay. I'm not sure what's going on. Another shot hits the crossbar. Both teams just... Oh my goodness, they really do need that coaching from the LTX Academy. Good lord, this shooting is atrocious. I think I've seen Kester hit better shots before.
No, yeah.
But but Techno actually redeems himself here and ties up the game, but oh, just so sloppy. I mean, this is anyone's game, I feel. It's just one person makes a mistake and it's just in. Cookie just going too high on the wall to get down for that low shot from Techno, and we're back to square one with a minute and a half left.
Yeah, like I said to you, I've watched All-Star games this season. I have not been impressed by the level. There has been times today where I've not been impressed by the level. And yeah, like, I mean, in the threes, I guess. I know we're not in the threes right now, but it felt like, I suppose, Saints are beating themselves because they've just been so bad, right? But dear lord, like, both teams in this game have been terrible. Like, it's hard to believe some of these guys have been SSL. It genuinely is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know whether it's nerves or this is just how it is. I mean, I guess it was a bit different for me when I was playing. It's hard to sort of see the mistakes as they're happening from a different POV, but I mean, it's just been really sloppy. I mean, I think this game is just going to come down to who makes a mistake first, I feel. I mean, it's just been really, really poor. But that's a really good demo from Cookie. Freeze looking to put on some pressure. Epix is able to deal with it for the meantime. He gets a nice pass, but just isn't able to get the scoop, and it's just an open shot for Freeze. I was saying it. All it takes is that one mistake, and unfortunately for Techno, he's the one to make it. Just panic flips, passes it straight to Freeze, and 20 seconds left. I mean, just have to see if Saints can hold their nerve.
Yeah, I think we spoke too early, gave Techno too much praise. Ever since we praised him, he's been absolutely terrible. He's been so bad since then. I don't know what's happening. He is, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's getting the epic size in the Discord, but yeah, he's been so bad. Like, anyway, he's been terrible. So.
Oh no, I mean, you don't want the epic size to come out. I think that's when we can start to see a bit of a meltdown for the team, but...
He's being his manager's DMs now about this, but anyway, 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, to anyone just joining, this may seem like a close series, and it is. But I mean, we're going again into a 3v3 series, and geez, I mean, I'm not looking forward to what I'm about to watch. I mean, it's just been shocking from Saints in the threes. I mean, they're going to need something miraculous to turn it around, considering the goal margins there have been as well. 5-1 in the last game, 5-0 in the game before that. I mean, I don't know really what else to say. Ryan really needs to give them a good kick up the backside. Whether he can do that or not, I mean,
he needs to give himself one as well, because he's only played well in the twos. Ryan has not played well at all in the threes, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean like a collective.
He needs to give all of them. They all need to give each other a collective kick up the backside because they've all been terrible in the threes so far. Like, they've actually been like, what is it, 15-2 in goals? I mean, that sounds like something that would happen when D Lynch is scoring on you when you're AFK, you know, or you're disconnected from a lobby, like 15-2, that kind of scoreline. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting absolutely destroyed there. Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even sure D Lynch could score 15 goals on an open net, but anyways, we are going into this next threes game here, and I mean, all it takes here for Saints really is just one threes game. I mean, if they can take a threes here, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have Techno on the ones after his performances so far this season. I mean, he's won both of his ones games, but I mean, Cookie, I mean, just a just a wild one. I mean, I don't really know how to predict how he's going to play, to be honest. I think he's
5-1,
played.
again.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you mean in this one. I mean,
there's the one. So there you go.
they've scored for the first goal. I think is that the first time they scored the first goal in the threes here. So maybe a sign of things to come. But I think I'm gonna need to see 2 or 3. I think before I'm starting to believe. I mean, you could have one here and then just see another 5 go in before it's even 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, for the next one series, I mean, I definitely think back Techno if he's able to keep it together. I mean, after that twos performance, he was a bit shaky, but he's definitely shown his worth in the ones by beating Luca of the Wolfhounds, of Rory's glorious Wolfhounds, 2-1. And he also beat Panda I believe it was last week in the playoffs against the High Kings. So, no, definitely a good ones player. But I mean, who knows what to expect out of Cookie? I don't even want to predict that one if it comes to it. But
Orion.
We're just seeing more of the same stuff from Saints here. They're being a bit sloppy, a bit flopping around. We're playing Rocket League, not Flappy Bird. That was terrible. I'll not say that again. But yeah, I mean, it's just Ryan's being left back. I mean, what I want to see out of Saints is I want to see Ryan doing what he was doing in the twos, putting on the pressure going forward and not being the one who's on the back wall, on the backboard, last man back. I mean, I think that's really where they're giving away some possession. I think he's definitely been a lot better going forward for the Saints.
Yeah, you see, like, I think Freeze tried to allow Ryan and Cookie to press up in the last game, and it worked for, again, like a minute, and then they completely crumbled, so... I'm not sure Ryan has the speed in the threes. Threes is a different kind of speed. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, like, wait, let me explain. Have you ever played Persona 5? Yeah? Let me explain. Alright, you know when your man does that, they fell out in the cafe, yeah? So I don't know why Ryan is driving out there in the first place. He's last man. He shouldn't be leaving the net there. And he gets caught in that weird position where the ball drops down on top of his car. It's just bad understanding of threes in general, you know? Ryan's a very good twos player, but he looks like he doesn't understand threes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really awkward. I mean, he was just ball watching essentially, and then before he knew it, that ball was just dropping on his car and rolling into his net. I mean, I don't think, he knew about it, but I don't think he did it at the same time. But yeah, I mean, they still only managed to score 1 goal, the Giants. So I'd say Saints are definitely doing at least better. Although it still might not be good, they're still doing better. And as long as it's a 1-goal game, it's really anyone's for the taking. But we're still seeing a bit of the same story: the low boost, the awkward passes, the bad clears.
I will say, Cookie has been more involved this game, to be honest, right? He seems like he's going for, at least he's not getting caught as last man and always getting turned, like inside out. Like before, the last 3 games I've seen of him in the threes putting, I think Cookie has been playing Need for Speed Underground and he's doing the drift mode, you know, because he's always turning, like, whereas this game he actually looks like he's been fairly handy.
Yeah, he's getting some good hits towards the net like this one. That's a good bump. I didn't see who that was. I think it might have been Ryan. But again, he's last man back and he's just on 0 boost. I mean, I don't want to keep saying it, but I just don't feel like he can be left as last back here. He's just struggling a little bit with the position, or a lot with the position. And but again, though, I mean, Freeze and Cookie are putting him in that position by hard committing forward. So they're definitely going to need to put the brace on a little bit and just take it easy. I mean, only a 1-goal game. They shouldn't be giving the Giants such easy goals.
I know it's not a hard bar to clear now, right? And they've just equalized. And I was going to say, it's not a hard bar to clear, but they have been a lot better this game. Like, Cookie has been the difference in my opinion. Now, this is a nice play from Freeze. It's all him. But, like, Cookie actually playing the game, this game, has actually made a difference. So, I have a lot more hope for them now if it does go to Game 9, if they don't win this or they do win this, whatever. Yeah, because they look like they're actually playing a bit of ball now. So.
Yeah, definitely. Although, we do still. I think that. I mean, if it's me, I think they need to win this threes. I mean, if they don't win this one, it's just looking bleak. Especially given how much closer this one is. They'll probably. I mean, Oh my, Jesus. Had to stop myself from swearing now. That was absolutely crazy touch from Sosa. Was that Sosa? Oh,
Yeah, it
well,
was.
that was wild. I thought initially it was just a mistouch off the back wall, but no, Sosa just gets an absolutely mental touch off the wall, and Giants are ahead
Crazy.
just like that. That is exactly what they needed. I think that's gonna put a little bit of a halt onto the Saints attack. At least they're maybe feeling a little bit off after that, but who knows? Still a minute and a half left. Ryan just has a shot for the net, but no boost, and just has a really poor touch. Definitely, for a player of his experience in these tiers, especially given he's been in some really intense series, he's reverse swept epics before. I mean, he's no stranger to pressure and dealing with it, but just this time around, we're just not seeing that at all. He's struggling a lot in the threes. But who knows? All it takes is one moment in a game of one goal, and the Saints are going to have to put their foot to the gas here. I mean, Freeze is going for a redirect and he gets it, but that's a really awkward one for Sosa, and Cookie just isn't there on time. That could have been it. I thought Freeze disconnected there, but no, he was just sitting on the mid boost. That's an Ethan play right there. But Giants are just need to squash the pressure here. I mean, there's 30 seconds left. What is Techno doing? Freeze just can't get there on zero boost. That is unbelievable. That was the chance. I mean, if ever a time to make that 3-all, that had to be the one. Ryan's there for an open shot.
Ryan, man, no.
Oh my goodness, Saints are gonna have to be kicking themselves after this. I mean, that is two back-to-back amazing chances, and they've just let it go. They're gonna need something special. I think out of Freeze here on this ball. Cookie gets to 50. Ryan is just out of position though. He's able to get a touch. Cookie's gonna have to get a little dink. Hope that someone's there. Freeze is up. That's a double commit. Cookie's on zero boost. He's not gonna be able to get there, and that is going to be game number 7 to the Giants. And that is match point, like you were saying. Yep. And we're going into the 1v1s. I don't know who's playing the 1v1 yet. We'll be able to see, but I mean, one can assume it'll be Techno given his previous performances, and I mean,
well, Grady's probably picked Sosa, knowing Grady. He's not known for the best decision making, to be fair. He's that large Grady man, to be fair. So it'll probably be like Sosa versus, would you think Cookie, surely, right? I mean, like, no matter who's playing, I think they'll be Cookie. So
yeah, no,
I think it's over.
I think it'll be Techno versus Cookie. I mean, I played Cookie myself and kept it close at least, and he played. Trying to remember who else he played against. I think it was Epics, and he lost that as well. So he lost that. So he hasn't got the best track record against the Saints in the ones. But bear in mind it'll be a different opponent. But I don't know. I mean, with what I've seen from Techno in the ones, he's been solid. If he just doesn't let the pressure get to him in this situation, I think we could be seeing the series ending in this game.
True. And you know what? You're probably right, actually, because Sosa was 0-2 in ones, whereas Techno was 1-0 in league play. So odds are it probably will be Techno. It is. Good call. Grady does no ball. Well done, large Grady. Well done.
Yeah, Grady not messing around. He really wants that manager of the season. Does not want to let that slip. I mean,
Ryan's looking to get sacked. He's trying to stop Rory. He's trying to save Rory from the worst performance we've ever seen as a manager ever, I think.
Yeah, I mean, pretty uncharacteristic of Ryan as well. He's usually very dominant across all tiers. I mean, here they've made the finals here. They've done enough to get here, but we just haven't really seen what we expected of them, at least. That's gonna be, jeez, I thought that was gonna be a goal there for Cookie, just off the fake. But I think the key to winning here for Cookie is gonna be those mechanics if you can get them going, because Techno is a really solid player. And we saw him against Panda last week, who is a mechanical player in his own right. And that is a great save from Techno. He makes the save on the double reset, and he's had to defend against them. I mean, last week against Panda, a very mechanical player, and went for a lot of similar sort of plays against him. And yeah, I mean, it's just a nice air dribble, and he just recognizes where Cookie's going to be on that 50 and plays it to perfection, gets the dunk, and yeah, it's 1-0 with 4 minutes and 20 on the clock.
Yeah, and like I have to say, so far he's playing very well, Techno. It's early in the game though, and Cookie was unlucky with that double reset, and yeah, good bit of mechanics on show, but yeah, interesting start.
Yeah, I mean, the worrying thing for me with Cookie is that he's going to try and do too many mechanical plays, because that can always be a detriment. If Techno scores, I can't remember what you even call that flick. Is it a classy flick? I think it might be where you... Yeah, it is. That's a classy flick. That's a great shot. He actually hit one of those last week against Panda, after Panda did it to him, so bringing it back out in this series, definitely one of his go-to flicks anyways. But, no, I mean, if you're greedy watching this, I think you're very pleased. I mean, that's a good start. We're gonna have to see just more out of Cookie. That is a really poor shadow defense from Techno though, and Cookie just manages to do enough to get it over him. I think maybe Techno was expecting a little bit more power on a flick a little bit earlier, and he's just in his position. And Cookie, if he can play to those mistakes and he can play the flicks maybe a bit more, we could see a bit more success. But Techno has looked good off the wall on the defense, so we'll have to see what Cookie can conjure up.
Yeah, it's still early in the game though, and Techno, as you can just see, he's kind of controlling the mid boost a bit better than Cookie. So, look, I'm not a ones expert, but still early days, only a minute in. So yeah, but we could be looking at champions here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Techno just... I mean, I've only seen a little bit of him playing in ones, but it just seems like he's playing the fundamentals. He got the fundamentals down. I mean, he's just played some simple offensive plays here. He's able to predict what Cookie's going to do, and it's working perfectly for him. So he'll just keep that up. Again, a good demo here is going to set him on the attack. Cookie actually spawns on the far side, so this could be an opportunity for him here. Techno more than happy to actually go across, as Cookie didn't opt for that boost, and he is on quite a low amount at the moment. Techno tries to go for a cheeky pinch there, but isn't quite able to get the contact he's looking for. And there we go again. Techno just recognizing that he can dive early. He'll probably be trying to switch up the challenges, I'd say, in this game. Some early, some late. Cookie's on no boost here. This is going to be another goal for Techno. It's 4-1. I mean, in 1v1 you could score 5 goals on a comeback, but just looking really rough for Cookie so far. It's just not able to defend any of these attacks from Techno, who's playing very solidly, in fairness to him. But yeah, I mean, gonna have to see a lot more out of Cookie here, or else Giants will be walking away with that championship.
Yeah, look, I've been watching Cookie. He's been struggling kind of a little bit with his positioning, and it's kind of been a common theme for him, but a nice little shot there by him. And look, 3 minutes left, still a chance. We shouldn't write off the Saints just yet. They've been the master of everything that isn't 3v3. So, yeah. Techno though, he might be putting himself forward for MVP.
Yeah, he's definitely had a performance worthy of it here in the finals. Actually, if he manages to pull off this win the one, sure, he might have lost the twos, but in the threes, I mean, haven't really had much to say about him other than praise, to be honest. But Cookie is able to get a little bit of a comeback going here. He's struggled a little bit with the boost, but it seems like there he's just playing a little bit patient on Techno's air dribble. Gets the touch, gets the shot into the bottom corner, and maybe if he just plays a little bit more patient and a little bit more safe, we could have a game on our hands here.
Yeah, well, they need us. We're nearly at a halfway point of this game, and Cookie is starting to control the mid boost off the kickoff, which is important for someone who likes to go into the air as much as he does.
Ooh.
Yeah,
again, Cookie unlucky to come up short on that one. But we know what he's capable of in the air, and he's showing it, but he's just not quite able to get that connection there, and Techno's going to go for a bump, which is unlucky, but a good challenge from Cookie. And yeah, I'm not the greatest at casting ones, I must say. I mean, I'm a champ 1-in-1s for a reason. Like, I mean, not the
one's the worst game mode in the world. Let's not sugarcoat it. Like, it's by far the worst game mode. I'd rather play Snow Day than ones. Like, yeah, this game this is awful. It's so boring to watch. But anyway, we got to do it. It's RLIS, and this is match point for the Irish Giants. They could become champions. Epics, of course. I think he's lost all 3 of his All-Star finals. He's also been reverse swept in a best of 9 before. And yeah, well, he's not going to get reverse swept today, but he could also lose today based on how it's going so far. But yeah, good shot by Cookie. Great placement, right into the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've been noticing it, but I think Techno has been maybe a little bit too patient on the defense. He's sort of given Cookie the space to take that shot. Same with the last goal. Cookie was able to just get a little bit of time for a nice flick over Techno's head. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, this is ones. This is not 3s or 2s. That's 3 goals within just under a minute. And you'd expect him to hit a Doomsday here as he goes for it. He's not quite able to get it, but still the pressure's on with Techno on very low boost, but that is a great challenge to clear some of the pressure, and he'll be looking to grab some pads to try and defend what Cookie's going to go for in the air here. I think it's almost guaranteed that whenever Cookie goes up in the air, he's going to go for some form of mechanical play. There's no taking it back down to the ground, but Techno, off of the back of that, is able to just roll it into the net. And I mean, if Cookie's not careful on these plays here, he's going to be looking at a loss.
It's kind of worked for him, but it's also high. It's really high risk, you know. Like unless you know you're scoring, like it's going in the air in ones is just stupid risky. And look, he wants to win the game in style. I can understand that. I applaud that, but at the same time, I'd rather just win the game. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all that time in free play, I'm expecting another one here, and he finally gets one off the flip reset there. Although I don't know what Techno was doing.
Techno, I think, had a bit of an error here.
Yeah, he backflips going up for that. Although didn't really like his positioning, to be honest. He might have got to that, but 5-0. I mean, this is intense. This is close. This is all for all the marbles, really. I mean, Saints still have a 3s game to win after this. I mean, like, I don't want to keep repeating the same point over and over again, but I mean, I'm not satisfied here if Cookie is managed to win this. And that's just a great air dribble bump by Techno. He just recognizes that Cookie's just sitting there. It's just giving him the time, and with enough boost in the tank, he just hits that one touch and just gets the perfect.
That's why I hate ones
bump onto Cookie. I just
that's not what Rocket League's all about.
Plays.
Yeah, that's just not what Rocket League's all about. I hate that crap.
Yeah, like, Techno, you're losing an MVP for that.
Yeah, if we got Ken's on, Ken's would be screaming about that kind of stuff. He hates that as well. But geez, maybe it's just about being old and hating, like, you know, modern day plays of just like going for resets and all that. You know, back in my day, Rocket League was all about passing plays. Obviously, you can't pass it in ones. I know what happened before. Someone goes, "Oh, yeah, of course you can't pass it in ones." But anyway. But, you know,
yeah, I mean, I've seen Cans go for a few of them himself, so I mean, I don't know, but
he's turned into a right prick, then, hasn't he?
No, time changes. I guess. Oh, that's just a good play from Cookie. Just recognizes that Techno is respecting the flip reset. Just goes back down to the ground with the wave dash and just places it perfectly in the corner. We're back to the tie game. I mean, this is really anyone's game. I mean, with the way it's been going, you just expect Techno to get the goal to go in the lead. Cookie does seem to be answering every time, but Techno with 18 seconds left is maybe going to go up the wall here, but no. Chooses to get patiently. It's been working for him so far. Goes for just a little pot to try and catch Cookie, maybe dive in, but doesn't get it. That's a massive miss.
He's bottled it. There goes his MVP. See you later.
Cookie will just waste the time here. There's only 4 seconds left. Oh, that is an absolute disaster. It's so sad as well. He's done so well up to this point, but just in this game, just mistake after mistake has cost him. Cookie has just been able to claw back and finally regain the lead for the first time in this game. And yeah, he just recognizes that Techno's gonna go for that fake kickoff, and he'll just be looking to kill it, or maybe score another. That is incredibly risky from Cookie. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
That was textbook goal written all over it in 1v1s. I saw flipping Techno's name in neon lights there, but just wasn't in the exact right position for that touch.
Pudding. I can see it happening now. I can actually see it happening. All right. I can see them winning the 3s. The last game, they've been terrible all day in 3s. Bar the last one, they were actually decent enough in that one. But the other 3 games, they were absolutely terrible. What was it, 15-2? Was the goal difference? I can see them winning this. Ryan doesn't really lose in All-Star. Epics does. When my prediction be wrong, I still predicted 5-4 to Giants, but jeez, this is crazy. Champions Field, maybe?
Yep, hopefully. Game 9. I can't believe we've casted 8 games up until this point, but here we are. Seems like we're having a little bit of a pause here, just for the players to regain themselves, to have a bit of a break for a second, as we're about to have a very intense game. But I think if Giants don't come out firing here on all cylinders from the start, that we could be looking at a very ropey game. I mean, if we've seen anything, Saints are playing very scrappy, and a scrappy game in a game 9 is one you do not want to see if you're Giants here, I think.
Big time is about to approach this here, yeah. We're looking at something that could decide the future of someone's RLI career, and I put that in kind of quotation marks, you know, the hands are in the air when I'm doing that. Epix has kind of been seen as that kind of player. He wouldn't even be in the tier below the best players. He'd be kind of 2 tiers below. This is kind of the moment for him to really grab that and propel himself into that like second tier. You know, kind of the X tier, maybe you call it, or whatever you want to call it, or the A tier. Ryan, it's all about legacy here for him. You know, he's won 4 of them. He can win 5. This is big. For Freeze, obviously you're going to want to see him win here. So maybe a bit of bias will come out as well. I'll make sure to tone that down from this pudding fella, lads. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, I'll make sure he doesn't show too much of that. I think after Techneo there's no way he's getting MVP now. I'm sorry, kid. You're not getting it. So yeah, who's going to get it?
Unless we see a mastermind performance in this game 9 from Techno, but I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I mean, I really do hope it's a scrappy one for us to cast, because that would be good fun. But we just got to go off the previous results, and they haven't been able to take a ones game. We're going to really need to see all 3 members of Saints turn up here if they're to regain the win this.
Great
for
touch.
all the marbles. That's a good demo. Cookie able to get it around, but that's going to roll up. That's not going to go exactly where he wants it. The pressure's still on here. No doubt someone's waiting in the middle for this. Cookie goes under. Ryan is the one who's waiting there. Freeze just playing it a little bit safe, waiting for that clear, waiting for that challenge. That's actually a really nice touch from Epic to try and avoid Freeze there. Balls up awkwardly. I'm not sure Ryan's actually getting to that. That's going to be a shot. There's someone waiting. That is, I'd say, a lucky save. But risky play from Epix, yeah, and Freeze is breaking away here. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. Techno makes an unbelievable save. Ryan has a free shot, but he just
my God, Ryan.
P-rolls it. Oh my goodness. I'm watching championship gameplay here. He's where he belongs. But no, I mean, that's just chances on both sides. That's what we want to see here. That's what we want to see in this game now. We want to see drama. We want to see action. And they're certainly giving us so far. Back and forth gameplay as Freeze is able to take a touch.
Oh dear.
Side flips though, that's not ideal at all. Cookie is going to try and play 50. Exactly. Maybe he washed his hands and didn't dry them on the way back there, but
maybe he didn't wash at all.
Oh, that's a good touch from Freeze, but no one there to follow up. But yeah, I mean, this is for Epix to either go down as the biggest thrower of all time in RLI, or to finally give some respect, and he almost gained some respect there with an unbelievable sidewall read, but...
Oh, Cookie, that is bad.
Saints are there to meet it, but this is getting really scrappy from Saints. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Cookie needs to take a touch or make some form of play to get his team some time, and he does that. The ball's just going straight back. Techno gets a dink. Sosa just can't get up for the shot. This is a lot of pressure from the Giants here. That is a really poor rotation from Sosa. He's bumping Epix off the ball there. It's not what we like to see, and this might be going in. Where is Sosa? He's lost. His map's not on, if he even has one. But Freeze just trying to buy some time for his team here. This is really, really scrappy from both sides. That's just going to be an open shot. Ryan just on the backboard, just not sure what's going on as the 50 goes perfectly into Sosa's way. Maybe just not expecting the ball to bounce behind him on the back wall. Freeze just not expecting the ball to come out to him. And yeah, I mean, Giants are getting this lead, and I think they definitely want to put it to bed now. They'll be chasing the goal with the pressure they have. That's a bit of a pro touch from Sosa, although he is able to slightly recover it. You'd see a boost grab there from Freeze. Cookie's on 0 boost, though he does manage to make the save. All 3 players in this corner is not what you want to see if you're the Saints here.
Oh
but
no!
Ryan doesn't expect the miss. Oh, nerves. Cookie's on 0 boost as well. This might be another goal, and it is.
Oh my God, the pinch shot.
Techno. Oh dear, this is a disaster for Saints. Just, I guess you could call it a fake if you want to, but yeah, that's a 2-goal lead, and there's 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. We're gonna need to see something from Saints soon, or this could be game, set, and match here. Although we've seen crazier things in RLI, we've seen crazy comebacks, and we're no stranger to it in RLI, in RLIS, especially with Ryan's team reverse sweeping in RLIS before. So not counting them out just yet, but I think another goal would almost certainly finish it, and it's looking like it's almost going to happen here. Cookie gets about just on time, but same again, the pressure is mounting. Epix just goes for a 50 and he gets a Cookie. Maybe could have took a touch there, and he doesn't. goes for 50 instead, and he's not clearing the pressure. This is all over the place. All three members of Saints on 0 boost. Epic's just trying to buy a little bit of time here. He's got no boost, but he will try and flick a Cookie. That's really poor.
Save.
But that's a good save from Freeze. They need to break out of their half here with a minute 20 left. This is looking dire. Ryan tries to get a little touch on the ball, is able to get there, and clock is ticking down from 70 seconds, will become 60 seconds, will become 50 seconds, and so on. This is not looking good for Saints at all. Epic's up again for another shot, but gets the 50 to keep the pressure on. Ryan needs to make something happen here. He does. He gets a beat on one. Freeze tries to get a little dink, but it's just a bit too high. This is panic defense. Cookie just doesn't even put it anywhere near the net. These shots have to be going on target if you're Saints. That's a good bump there to take Freeze off of the ball, but 40 seconds left. There's just not enough time here. They have to make something happen now, or else Giants will be the champions of RLIS, and Epics gets such a great shot off, and this is surely way too far gone. Epics gets a lovely pinch over Cookie, and yeah, this is looking extremely rough.
Yeah, great goal. Really good goal. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Ryan just struggling too much, can't keep up with the level of gameplay in the threes, unfortunately, and that's kind of been the story of today with the threes, at least. Cookie wasn't able to either, but he kind of picked it up. Well, there's a chance. Lovely flick.
Yep, that's the type of stuff we needed to see from the Saints a bit earlier. We have the demo play from Freeze, and he's putting the pressure on Sosa, but Cookie still had a lot to do there, and he places it just exactly where the Giants can't save it. So we're going to need to see something again like that on kickoff. 22 seconds left for 2 goals. Hard cheat from Freeze. We all know he likes to do them. It's a bit of a mistouch from Cookie, and there's just going to be a free ball for Giants. I think this is going to be game over. There's too much boost on their side and too little time for Saints. They're gonna need a shot now, and they're just bumping each other. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Giants will be your champions of All-Star and RLIS as soon as this ball goes down. Epix has finally done it. He's finally won a season of RLIS. Sure, Grady is buzzing, and an amazing performance, I think. I mean, by all three of them. They all had their moments, I think, in that series. They can all take, I think, fair credit for that win.
Yep, threes wins championships. I've been saying it for ages. Kansas started adopting the mantra recently. And threes wins playoffs, and they didn't drop a threes game, and they won purely on their threes because their twos and ones wasn't very good. But yeah, well done to all of them. They all showed, I think, they were good value for the round picks that they were. You know, I said earlier, Technio probably doesn't get MVP. I think that game, he was just so good in the game set, or the game 9 again. Oh, I don't know. I think we probably have to give it to him. He was just so good. Yeah, great performance by them. Commiserations to the Saints, but you don't deserve to win when you can't win a threes game. You know, you just don't like. So the main game mode in Rocket League and some soul searching. It's probably good for Ryan anyway. It means he'll be 3rd round All-Star next time, or 1st round shooting star after a performance like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. I mean, it was like you were saying, threes wins championships. They win all the threes games, all 5 threes, and even though they were lackluster in the 2s and the 1s, it really didn't matter.
Yeah, and look, I have to say, I was really impressed by Epix there. He could have bottled it, but he didn't. He showed a lot of composure in the threes. He was very impressive. Sosa was very impressed with as well, midfield control. Epix and Sosa kind of worked well together in the threes, but overall, I think Technio was just the best 3rd round pick from what I could see, at least from today anyway. He looked good. Cookie took way too long to get warmed up in the series. He eventually got into it, and that's when the Saints started playing ball, I guess, because, you know, it wasn't a 1v3 then. But unfortunately, Ryan just couldn't pick it up. Freeze, I don't know. It's hard to say with Freeze. Was he actually there or not in terms of like the level? But yeah, for me, good series. 5-4. My prediction was on the money again, and yeah, I guess I'm just good at predicting these things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we both saw it being close, but yeah, Giants able to just edge it out. Do we bring a winner in to have a chat, or how does this work? I've not actually casted in
No,
RLIS
not today,
before.
because we need 5
Today?
minutes before the next series, because I need to go and drink water, and you do too, or whoever else is casting. So unfortunately, no, we don't do interviews anyway, really, unless it's like a LAN or something, right?
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
yeah, but look, I'm sure the players that have a lot to say anyway. In general, they'll probably be screaming, etc. Or maybe they'll just be like, "Oh, that was nothing. That was easy. Whatever. Grand. Enjoy your little bit of money. Use it to buy, you know, probably some deodorant for yourselves or something, you smelly boys, and that's it really. So yeah, that was good. Quick shout out finally to LTX Sam and LTX Academy for sponsoring us. Great guy, does a lot of great coaching. Check out the LTX Academy coaching in the Discord channel. There in the server. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any last words, Puddin, before we transition off, before we get ready for the Ascending Star one?
Not really. No, just it's very good season. We saw such a higher level of players this season, and I mean, even though there's some sloppiness in the games there, I mean, very deserved win for Giants. Congratulations to them, and you're saying thanks again to Sam for his coaching and the sponsorship. But yeah, we're gonna throw it to a break here before the Ascending Star finals between. I believe you know that, Rob.
Yeah, it is the Saints once again and the Wolfhounds.
We'll be back shortly with that.